Well, welcome back to Belgium for the last round of the BFO Belgian Rally Championship. We're at the Condroz Rally. Unfortunately for this weekend, the championship has already been sewn up by Peter Schoen. He's not here this weekend, sadly, as is not his main competitor. That's Alexander Roman, but it doesn't mean the quality of the field is not lacking at all. Number one and away from the start gate first is Freddie Loix with the Skoda Super 2000. Normally drives in the IRC back here this weekend in Belgium. You can see so many people lining the routes here on this rally, on the opening stages of this rally. As we find out in a minute, they were causing the odd few problems. But Freddie Loix not seeming to slow him down at all. Second away, another man back on home soil for the weekend. This is Thierry Neuville, fantastic young driver, driving a Peugeot Super 2000 here this weekend. You can see so many people everywhere. The amount of people in those trees and in the woods, they look like squirrels. There's so many of them, but good to see them supporting their local rally. And Thierry Neuville off to a very, very good start indeed. Away from the gate goes Bernd Cazier with the Ford Focus WRC car. Slight difference between that and the Super 2000s is this is a full tilt World Rally car. The Super 2000s do compete in the WRC, but just not quite as powerful and not quite as quick. So Bernd Cazier with the car that Peter Schoen won the championship with last year. He drove it last year and he won the championship with it last year too. This year, Peter Schoen won it with a Citroen. One of those fabulous looking minis. This is Patrick Snijers. We're on board. You can tell it's a mini just by the dials in the middle.
300 meter links, 55 snel. En 30 meter rechts 50, heel lang aanhouden.
You can see makes it very tricky as well. This time of the year, in this part of Belgium, the weather is normally very changeable. Lots of leaves on the road make for very, very tricky driving conditions. That's Dominic Brunel, we just saw there with the Subaru. This is the Peugeot 307, very unique car indeed, and a WRC car as well of David Bonjean. And the number 7 Skoda Octavia, the WRC car again of Jean-Pierre Devauer. This is Xavier Bush. They've got so many local guys entered here for this race. They know the roads really, really well around here. You can see the crowd actually spilling out onto the roads. Just does make it rather tricky for the drivers, especially going around that bend there. That's not a great place to stand. This is Jonas Langenakens. Jonas, already Group N champ for 2011 in the Belgian Rally Championship, and Jonas, winner of the BFO award, which recognises the outstanding achievement throughout one of the rallies earlier on in the season. It's not surprising as well. He's always really up there in contention, even though this Mitsubishi isn't as powerful or as quick as the Super 2000s or the WRC cars. That number 10 car there is Jasper van der Helve, very, very fast guy from the Netherlands. This is Kevin de Marshall, far down the order because of technical problems and a driving problem on that corner as well. This is the first time he's raced with a four-wheel drive car. Not that it particularly shows, but nice recovery all the same. And we mentioned the crowds a few times. Well, there are an awful lot of them, and they're absolutely everywhere, which has been the talk of the service area so far. And the interviewer is talking to Freddie Loix, and he says, Freddie, you're a bit upset. He said, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed with the organisation because there are so many people with the first car on the road every time, and a couple of times we had to brake because of the spectators, and that's not right. This is Thierry Neuville, and Thierry as well says, yeah, there were way too many spectators, especially in the last stage. There are some parts where we arrive very fast and it's very dangerous. At the moment, we're really tempting fate. And the interviewer says, what can we do about it? He says, well, we have to react and educate the people that we cannot tolerate this and that the drivers will stop racing if it does continue like this. And this is an interview with Bernd Cassio as well, and Bernd says sometimes it's scary. I hope the organisation does something about it. Maybe they have to let the crowd understand by cancelling one of the stages. Yeah, so far it's been a bit of a fraught day so far here at the Condroz Rally. And we're going to hear now from the race director, and he said what we're doing to resolve it is we're putting in more stewards, and the helicopter is doing more work now. And if it comes to it, we will have to cancel a stage because of the behaviour of some of the spectators. Well, everybody seems to be chilling out a little bit more, standing a little bit further back, which is good news. Obviously, nobody goes to a motorsport event to get hurt, so let's just hope everything continues nice and well. So this is Xavier Bush. We're back to the racing action and on board with him. Well, the reason I shut up then was to let you hear the screams of the co-driver. That was rather unbelievable. Unfortunately, that was Xavier Bush having a bit of an off and putting a dent in not only in his car, but in his chances in today's rally. That was a very quick shot of Steve Van Bellingen. We normally see him in BTCS, but he's here this weekend having fun. So this is the top 10 so far in reverse. We've had Dominic Julien, that was Jean-Pierre Van der Vaar. That's Jasper van der Wevel. We saw him earlier on as well. He's currently in the 8th spot. And doing very well with that Mitsubishi indeed. Another Mitsubishi. This is Jonas Langenakens. Now, very unusual for Jonas. He's 7th out on the road there, but he's only 2nd in Group M, which is a really unusual occurrence for him because he's normally way out there in front. But so far today, he's being bested by the local driver, Stefan Lohone, who's leader in Group N. He's 6th overall in the rally. And doing a great job of keeping down the new champ in Group N for the Belgian Rally Championship this year. So 5th there, the 307 WRC car at David Bonjean. Having a good start to the Condroz Rally for 2011. Freddie Loix with the Skoda Super 2000 4-wheel drive, normally aspirated 2-litre engine in that car, with Happy Birthday Freddie emblazoned across the front of it to keep the sun out. Normally this rally it rains quite a lot, but today absolutely beautiful day. They still have to contend with the leaves and all the loose stuff out there, as you can see there. That's Patrick Snijers going over some of that loose stuff. With down those really cool looking mini WRC cars.
En rechts 75. Voor 50 meter rechts 70. En links 65 naar boven.
Well, 2nd overall with the Super 2000, leading the WRC cars once again. Leading a few of them as well. This is Thierry Neuville with the Total Peugeot. Fabulous job of driving by the young man from Belgium. And do you know what? There really are an awful lot of people there as well. They almost seem to be growing in the fields. There really are thousands of them here supporting all their local drivers. But the leader so far, Bernd Cassier, with that WRC Focus. And this car really picking up where it left off. As I said before, it was champ in the hands of Peter Schoen last year. And this year, it's leading the Condroz Rally with Bernd Cassier. Well, we're back in the service area with Thierry Neuville, running 2nd out there at the moment. And Thierry's saying in some of the stages there are just too many straights for the Super 2000s, which are limited to top speed. And even the Mitsubishi Group Ns are faster than us. faster than us. It's unfortunately, it's kind of sad, but we have to keep our spirits up and keep on fighting. And the interviewer says, well, the crowd's better now. He said it was better on this loop of stages, and it's good that the organisers reacted, and now it has to be good everywhere. So, not in the lead at the moment with even with the number 1 on the car. That's Freddie Loix. And he's currently in the 4th spot. The interviewer saying, Freddie still in 4th place, so the podium's just not for you so far today. And he said, well, they're like the guys in front of us are racing a bit too fast for us. But there are a lot of kilometres to come, so maybe it's a bit too soon to say we won't be on the podium. The interviewer saying, about your future, Neville should have a proposal from Skoda. You're also driving a Skoda. Does it have implications for you next year? He said, well, I know what my support is from BFO, my sponsors, and Skoda Belgium, and now we have to wait and see what Skoda Motorsport will do for me. And the interviewer says, so next year you would drive in the IRC and Belgian Rally Championship with the Skoda. And he said it might be a bit early to say that because we don't know exactly what we're going to get from Skoda Motorsport. But our leader of the pack at the moment is Bernd Cazier. And the interviewer is saying, Bert, you took back the lead? And he said, yeah, bit by bit. We cannot stand still. Thierry Neuville is very fast behind us with the Super 2000, so we are trying to take a bigger lead. Well, great start to the Condroz Rally. Bernd Cazier first, Thierry Neuville second, Patrick Snijers third, Freddie Loix in 4th.